Today we are going to go over how to find minimums and maximums of functions on a graph with the graphing calculator. So remember, to graph, we use this y equals button. And I already have a function typed in here, but if you needed to do a different function, just make sure that you're using this x, so the xt theta in button, not the green x that's down here. This is just a value where you can store things in your calculator, whereas this actually represents that independent variable. So if I just want to go straight to the graph, I would hit graph. Now I haven't graphed on my graphing calculator in a while, so I don't know if I've messed with the window and made it different sizes. And so if I haven't graphed in a while, a lot of times what I'll start with is I'll hit zoom, and then that number 6 option, zoom standard. And what that does is it just sets your x-axis as -10 to 10, and same for your y-axis. Because if I had used this with a different chapter, maybe I was only in the first quadrant and it was set from 0 to 1,000 on both or something like that. So this just gives us, like it said, that zoom standard. It's just that standard 10 by 10 window. Okay, so this graph has one maximum and one minimum, and our graphing calculator can find those for us. If I hit second, and then where that blue calc is above that trace button, so second trace technically to get to that calc menu, and you can calculate a value, a zero, minimum, maximum, points of intersection, derivative, and integrals. So we're going to do the maximum first, so number 4. And the maximum is this point over here. So on the bottom of my screen, it says left bound. That means it wants this cursor to be to the left of the maximum. My students always like to hit the up button because they think this cursor needs to go up, but really we always want to go left or right. So if I think of this like a roller coaster, yes, I'm going up, but it's also to the left. So I'm going to hit my left button until I'm on the left side of that maximum. And it doesn't have to be very far to the left. And as soon as I'm on the left side, I can hit enter. And then it says right bound. So I'm going to hit that right arrow until I'm to the right of that maximum. And again, it doesn't have to be very far. Just make sure that you don't go past any other turning points or any other extrema. And then I'm going to hit enter again. And then it says guess. So I'm going to hit the left arrow until my cursor is close to that maximum, and then I'm going to hit enter one more time. So my maximum for this graph is the coordinates -1.549, -0.369, or in college algebra, you might say that there's a maximum value of -0.36887 when x equals -1.548587. To find the minimum, we follow the same steps. Second, calc. This time I want minimum, so number 3. And we still want to be to the left and to the right. So technically I'm on the left side of that minimum already, so I can go ahead and hit enter. But now I need to hit that right arrow until I'm on the right-hand side. And what I like with the updated calculators is it puts these dotted lines here. So I like to tell my students, is your minimum in between the 2 dotted lines? If not, you messed up somewhere. And then again, just like with the maximum, it said guess. So I'm going to put my cursor close to it. And remember, we're always hitting that left and right arrow to move the cursor along the graph. And I hit enter. So I have a minimum at the coordinates 0.215, -3.113, or there's a minimum value of -3.113 at x equals, or when x equals 0.215. So that's how you would find the extrema or the minimums and maximums using a TI84 calculator.